All right, howdy everybody. Welcome to your workout for today. This is an all levels fitness class for women in midlife. You don't really have to have weights for today, but if you do have a little step stool or a couple of yoga blocks, something like that, those could be helpful. Otherwise, don't worry about it. You can do everything we're doing without them. All right. If you do have light hand weights and you'd like to use them, you can have them nearby. Okay, we're going to start with a little walk in place. And you can do it forward and backward if your space is large enough. And that way you're working the back chain of the body as well. But if not, this is designed so that you can do it anywhere in whatever limited space you have. Let's turn that off. We've already started. If you do have some fitness shoes, sneakers, whatever you like to call them, and you want to wear them, you're more than happy or more than welcome to. I just like to, um, I often do mine without shoes. But if you are without shoes and you're in socks, make sure your socks have the grips on the bottom. We don't want any tripping, any falling, slipping, any of that. So moving through the arms, starting to get some heat built up. All right, we're going to plant the feet. Lift the heels and lift the arms. Squat back as you lower the heels and the arms. And as always, you can all choose to do one heel at a time and keep a little more balance. So you can always build up, start where you are, and go from there. If taking arms overhead is too much, can you just bring them forward? So some movement in the arms and in the ankles. All right, going into low kicks. And as you kick, pressing forward. The breath going. As we move through this, if there's something that feels challenging, there's the tendency to hold the breath. And I just really want to encourage you to notice when that happens and come back to the breath. Holding breath makes whatever we're doing more difficult. So work with your body and your breath. All right, we're taking the legs straight back, straight back with a heel curl or knee curl, whatever you want to call it, and then straight arms pressing back. We're warming up our bodies, so we'll be nice and ready. All right, and then we're taking it to a step tap. And as we do, arms come to the sides. And you can do this with bent elbows as I am, or straight arms. You can even go all the way overhead if that's a good option for you. Another 15 seconds. And we'll go into our first exercise. And you keep going. Your first exercise, the arms are extended out front. You'll lift them overhead, then bend the elbows and come back. That's going to be the arms. And with that, we'll add some squats. Here we go. Lift up. And as you come back down with the arms, take that squat. Now, we've already warmed up our ankles. So if you want to add a little more challenge, as you bring the arms overhead, add a little heel lift. And again, you can do this with alternate heels. And this is a place if you wanted to add a little lightweight, you could. I'm opting not to today. Just going for time. We have about 10 more seconds. Actually, I'm gonna make it 5. I'm gonna give us a little extra rest today. All right, shake it out. 15-second recovery. While you're in recovery, I'll show you our demo. So it's gonna be arm and leg, press back. And you're using opposites, alternating opposites. Here we go. So this is activating the hamstrings and the glutes on the back of the body, getting into the low back where we tend to build fat because we don't really work that area much. And then we're getting into the shoulders, getting the heart rate up. You have 15 seconds left. Go at your pace. Go slower if you need to go slower. If you're not getting any elevation, then you can go a little bit faster. But do honor your body here. Always want to honor ourselves. And break. 15-second recovery. And while you're doing that, we're going to, demo is going to be reverse arm circles with a side tap. Or you can take multiple steps to the side. Here we go. So circle the arms back and step laterally. So I'm asking you to use your brain. So you're getting that mental benefit as well. Our minds need to work. If this is too much, choose one or the other, arms or legs. Switch the direction of your arm circles, but keep the feet going side to side. Almost there. 5 seconds. You get a recovery. And break. All right, walk that out a little bit. We'll be going into high elbows. So you can do this with the hands on the shoulders and toe taps. So this is where if you have a little step of some kind or blocks, you could be using it. Otherwise, you just take high knees. One more seconds and break. All right, shake that out a little bit. And we'll be going into that forward hinge curtsy. So you have this space between the feet. The front foot turns out and the back foot heel is up. We'll pitch from the hips, navel to spine, and then we go down and up. And let's go ahead and jump in here. And this is where if you wanted, you could add a couple of hand weights. Just making sure navel stays drawn in toward the spine and your back is a nice long line. Now I'm going to spice this up. So if you want a little more, take that curtsy lunge, hold it, back leg, you might need something to help you stabilize, lifts and taps down. So front leg is in a static hold, and that back leg is lifting, and you're finished. Take your break. We'll do other side. We're doing good. All right. Set it up. Navel to spine and curtsy. And then you can hold if you want to add that back leg lift, or you can keep taking those squats and coming up. 5 more seconds. And break. Woo-wee! That gets right into that center of the glute. All right, I'm going to go through those again, and then we'll go down to the floor for the rest. All right, so let's start with those alternating arm and leg swings, kickbacks. Keep going, 5 more seconds. And break. All right, we'll go back to those elbow lifts with the toe taps or high knees, whichever you're using today. Here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my ankle weights on. Oh well. That would be a nice option here if you have ankle weights or even wrist weights. In seconds. And break. Shake that out. You can move your step or your blocks if you were using them. We'll be going into the arm swings, our circles, and our lateral step. Here we go. You're doing great. Switch the direction of the arms. Keep the legs going. And break. All right, we have our overhead and option for the squat if you want it. And or heel raises. Here we go. Squat it down. Straight arms all the way overhead if you can, and then bend. Fifteen seconds. and break. Shake that out. We're going into our curtsies. Position yourself next to something solid if you want to add the rear leg lift. Knees and toes track out. Here we go. You're pitched from the hip creases, keeping the spine and the waist nice and long. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. Slow it down. Reconnect with your breath. And remember, wobbling is part of growing steadier and calmer. Every time we lose our balance and we rebalance, we're building more core stability. You're almost there, 15 seconds. If you want, hold here, lift that back leg. Keeping the knee and toe tracked out. And break. Woo, feeling that burn. Yeah, we are. All right, we have about 5 seconds of recovery left. And we'll head into that second side. Navel to spine, let's go. Then hold if you want to add the back leg, or you can keep going up and down. Oh yeah, burning so good. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, walk that out a little bit. You get a 1 minute and 15-second recovery here. And then we'll be taking it down to the floor for, oh, I forgot our wide leg squat. Shoot. Well, I already told you we're going down. So that's what happens when I forget something. I put it at the bottom of the list, and then I still forget it. All right, y'all. If we have time after our wall work, we'll come back and finish with that standing work. All right, so as you're ready, as your heart rate comes down, start to make your way toward the floor. And sorry, my back will be to you, but this is the best. Let me see if I can move my computer over here. See if that'll work. All right. So you're gonna bring your glutes up to the wall, legs up the wall. They don't have to be all the way up, but heels are up. And then you're gonna reach toward the wall and reach, reach. And this doesn't have to be very much. Maybe you simply reach for the sky. Keep it a smaller range of motion. Keep going. 10 more seconds. And rest. For the next one, we will bend our knees and plant our feet on the wall. Don't do this with dirty shoes. Find a place to keep that. All right. And we're going to bridge. Drive the hips up, come back. Bridge, come back. Good. Now you can keep this going, both feet planted on the wall, or if you want more challenge, take one leg off and alternate. And if you don't have a wall, you can just do a normal bridge on the floor where your feet are planted and you lift your hips to the sky. Keep your neck straight here. and break. So the next one is just a side to side tap. You can keep the knees bent and the feet on the wall if that works for you, or if your feet are on the floor, they'll just reach for your heels. Here we go. So you're reaching as deeply to the side as you can, going side to side. Keep it going. And break. Ooh, feeling those obliques. All right, for this next one, it's just a reverse crunch. So your legs are in the air. You don't need the wall at all. And you're going to lift the hips and roll back down. Here we go. If you want more challenge, bring the arms from the floor. This is all about using the low abs to get the hips up off of the floor. Ooh, Phoebe. 5 more seconds. And break. Ooh, wee. All right, y'all. We're going through that all again. So we'll start with the heels up the wall and reach. I got to get a little closer here. There we go. Reach. Crunching the upper abs here. Whew. Take a quick breather as needed and get right back into it. 15 seconds. Use those exhales. Oh, I'm winded here. And break. I gave you a little extra second there. That's okay. All right, so the next one, so the heels are on, the feet are on the wall or on the floor. And we're going into that alternate leg bridging. All right. And begin.
Texas is growing, and Texas Regional Bank is growing with it. With our new branch in Magnolia, Texas, we're combining our Texas-based strength with a hometown touch, offering personal and business banking solutions that help you move forward. From checking accounts to business loans and cash management services, we're here to support your goals. Texas Regional Bank. Bank with the people you know. Visit our new Magnolia location or at trb.bank today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right. Sorry, y'all. I took that one a little too long. Whew. We'll be going into heel taps or side to sides. And begin. Baby, move. Move, Betty. And break. Oh, All right, y'all. What do we have? Oh, yeah, hip lifts. So reverse crunch. You have another 5 seconds of recovery here. And begin. So we've worked upper abs, the side abs, which are the obliques, and now the lower abs. 15 seconds. And break. Whew. Draw your knees in. I'm sorry we don't have time for our wide leg squat today with our little rotations. But come on back next class. I'll get them worked in. All right, take another couple of breaths here. Let the breath arrive warm and wide. And side away on the exhales. And then we'll slowly ease away from the wall. Bring your body towards seated as you're ready. You can roll to your side or come upright, whichever feels right for you. And let's take our legs out long. Do a nice little stretch. Inch the body forward from the hips. You can flex through your ankles. That means pull your toes toward your shins. Miss Phoebe here decided to join us, making her little cameo appearance. She's our sweetheart. All right, inhale, body upright, and draw the soles of the feet toward each other, the knees out to the sides. This is a bound ankle. The feet don't need to close. You can let them fall apart like an open book. Watch out, love. And ease your body forward if you're able and your body's comfortable with that. Any forward motion, we want it to originate at the hip creases and not the waist. This helps to protect the natural curves of the back and protects your back. Inhale back up. And let's bring the knees underneath us. Come into a little tabletop position. So we can exhale, lift the center of the spine, stretch the low back. You can lower the head if that feels right. And then on an inhale, lift the tailbone, roll through the spine so the belly releases downward, and extend the neck, pulling the head back without lifting the chin. Stretch the abdomen. And one more time, roll into your cat. Inhale for cow. And back to neutral. Take your pause. On an exhale, take the gaze down, right side. This stretches the left side body. Inhale through center. And exhale, gaze down, left side. Ensure that you're anchored into the corners of your hands. And then we'll come back through center. And we're going to lay the hips down. So lengthen the legs back, lower the body down, and come onto your forearms. So now we're getting a deeper stretch into the front of the abdomen and into the hip creases, building a little more stability and strength in your shoulders and low back. Couple more breaths here. And then lower your shoulders, guide your hands in under them, press your body back, and allow the knees to move away from one another, the toes together. Sink your hips back and arms forward if that's available for child's pose. You can always stack your hands or your arms if you need that option for your head. And then we'll slowly inhale up, come to seated. And just remember that the little bit of cooling down and stretching that we do here at the end is bare minimum. And so your body would benefit from more of a soft release. And you can catch that in our yin class that we have here, as well as in some of the gentles or, the gentle classes as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.